Hi Spartans, Principal Ted Fuller here, sharing with you some really important information about our procedures in response to a crisis or emergency here at Sentinel High School. I want to share with you today some general expectations that apply to any emergency situation we might find ourselves in, and then I want to share specific procedural expectations for each of our responses to 3 different emergency situations: an evacuation, a lockdown, and an earthquake. In general, in all of these situations, if we have an emergency at Sentinel, it is imperative that you, students, treat the situation with the utmost seriousness. These circumstances are not casual, they're not relaxed, they're not to be joked about. They require your full attention and for you to be completely alert the entire time. A really important aspect is for you to pay attention to your teacher. Your teachers will be directing you in what to do, what not to do, where to go, and where not to go. And so it is so important for you to give your full and undivided attention to your teachers at all times. And that applies to any situation we might find ourselves in that is an emergency or a crisis. So the first situation is an evacuation. We drill for evacuations all the time. Fire drills where we evacuate the building quickly. We also practice relocation when we all congregate on the south field. In an evacuation situation, a horn will indicate that the building is to be evacuated. Each classroom has a specific staging area outside the building where it is to go in the event of an evacuation. You should know for each of your classes where your staging area is. If we evacuate the building, your teacher will direct you to leave the room immediately in an orderly and quiet fashion. Your teacher will follow you out of the room, close the door, and bring with them the grade book and a red and green card. You are to proceed quickly, quietly, and in an orderly manner to your designated staging area. Once you get there, you need to be available for your teacher to take roll immediately. That will be the first step once we've evacuated. If all students are present and accounted for, your teacher will hold up a green card. If there's a student or students missing, your teacher will hold up a red card and will initiate a search for those missing students. So it's imperative that you stay with your teacher, that you evacuate quickly and quietly, and that you are available at the designated staging area for your teacher to take attendance and make sure all students are accounted for. In the event of a lockdown, slightly different procedures apply. At Sentinel High School, we define a lockdown as a temporary building-wide securing of rooms that is designed as an immediate response to a threat. In the event of a lockdown, if you are not in a classroom, if you have a hall pass, if you are just arriving to school, find a safe, secure location immediately. A classroom, an office space, somewhere where you can get out of the open and into a safe space. Teachers will be pulling students from the hallway into classrooms once a lockdown is initiated. Again, if you're in the hall, get to the nearest office or classroom space that is safe and secure. If you're in a classroom, your teacher will immediately close and lock the door, close any window, any doorway window that needs covering, and students are to move immediately to the corner nearest the hall and farthest from the door. The classroom lights will be turned out. There will be no talking, there will be no moving. Your teacher will give you direction. Your cell phones are to be off, away, silent. That is absolutely crucial, whether in your pocket, your pack, or the cell phone caddy. The glow from your phone or the sound from your phone can alert someone wanting to cause harm of your presence. So again, in the event of a lockdown, you will not be permitted to use your phone. It should be off, away, and silent. This is to keep you safe. It may be possible, as a lockdown proceeds, that your teacher is able to direct you to use your phone to send a message to a parent or guardian. However, the district has emergency communication plans, and in the event of a lockdown, an evacuation, or an earthquake, we will be notifying your parents or guardians of your safety, security, whereabouts, progress, etc. So that is not your responsibility, but it is your responsibility to help us help you be safe and secure. By not using your phones, keeping them silent, and keeping them from glowing, you help us do that. So that is an important step in a lockdown. The door of the classroom will not be opened under any circumstance unless your teacher has been directed to do so by a person in a position of authority. And you are to remain in that lockdown location following those procedures till the all clear has been issued. Really important procedures to be followed in a lockdown situation. The final emergency is an earthquake. In an earthquake, we adhere to the duck, cover, and hold protocol. If you are indoors, your first response is to duck, get to the ground. Cover underneath a sturdy piece of furniture, a table, or a desk. If you're not able to take cover under a sturdy piece of furniture, get to an interior wall, away from a window, away from tall furniture, away from a hanging object, and use your arms to cover your head and neck area. And the final step is the hold. If it's possible, take hold of that sturdy piece of furniture to help you brace and stay safe in the event of seismic activity. So those are the three emergency situations we might find ourselves in. Whether we're in a drill or in a real life situation, these are the procedures that we want all of you to follow every single time. We want you to treat each situation, whether it's a drill or whether it's real, with the same level of seriousness, formality, and attentiveness. By adhering to these procedures, you help keep yourself safe, you help keep your peers safe, and you help keep our school safe. And our number one job as teachers and administrators is your safety. Thanks, Spartans.